Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this HP laptop. This is a, oh, oops, I covered it with the sticker earlier. This is a model 15-eb0043dx. Alright, so the model number is really small, but it's right down there. Okay, anyways, as you can see, these little strips were removed. Normally there's rubber, but the customer, I guess, lost the rubber pieces. Okay, so you want to peel those out. Usually I just use my fingernail, get in there and then peel it up. Make sure that you pull up the black plastic layer, not just the rubber piece, because if you peel up just the rubber, you're going to stretch the rubber piece out. So if the rubber piece separates from the black plastic, you want to try and lift the black plastic layer and then pull that. Don't pull the rubber. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and remove all the screws. You want to use a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver to remove the screws from the bottom. Alright, keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. Okay, so we got 1, 2, we got 4 along the back. And then we got 2 along the front. And then we have these 2 silver ones, which I believe are T5 or Torx 5 screws. Alright, on the side. Actually, yeah, T5 Torx 5. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove all the screws. Again, keep them all in order. I'm going to have to check the screen to make sure that it's correct, because we want to make sure we have the right part, but we'll do that once we get the screen assembly out. Alright, so we'll get these out. Alright, we're going to switch over to the T5 Torx 5 screwdriver and remove the screws on the sides here. Okay, this one and this one. Alright, screw stuck to my finger. Okay, get that out. Alright, next we got to remove the bottom cover. So depending on the design, I mean, there's more screws back here, so likely you're gonna have to go from the back. You can see I slid my fingernail in there while pulling up from in here. Okay, and I'm just gonna go along the back here. There we go. And then we're basically flexing it like this. So in the middle you kind of pull up and then kind of flex it, and then you can go ahead and lift this out, and there we go. There's the bottom cover. Okay, I don't know if I got a thumbnail of the bottom. I guess I'll have to get one after I put it all back together. Alright, here is the inside components. We're basically taking this apart to replace the screen. So if I were, let me show you what's going on with the screen right now. Is it on? No. Assuming there's battery power. I don't know if they drained it completely. It's not doing anything. So, oh, there you go. I think it's lighting up. Is it? Oh yeah, it should be. There you go. So you can see the HP logo. Right now it looks normal. What's going on here? Actually, it looks normal right now. What is going on? Should I replace it? I don't know. It looks normal right now. Earlier it was showing like some gray thing in the back. So, I might have to check with the customer, because sometimes the computers with Windows 11 and stuff, Windows 10, they've been doing this weird quick startup thing where it looks fine. I don't know, this quick startup thing where where you have to do a restart for it to reset the system files and things like that. Otherwise it does weird things. But yeah, right now I don't know, it looks normal. I'm gonna restart one time and see. I don't know if something was, unless it was something getting pressed here or what's going on. It looks normal, or maybe they have to open some specific screen. I'm gonna have to see what the customer says, because I don't want to pop the screen out if it's working fine and waste their money. Or maybe it's just intermittent. I don't know what's going on. It looks normal right now. Okay, I'm gonna probably shut it down and then I'll show you guys. What? Did the battery die? Why is it just black now? Okay, maybe there's some weird issue because the screen just went black for no reason. what's going on here. Oh, okay, no, it was just slow. So, I don't know. It looks normal right now. Is the brightness all the way up? I don't know. Won't let me change it unless I log in, I think. Okay, I don't know. It looks normal to me right now, so I'm going to have to see what the customer says. For now, I'm going to shut it down and show you guys the other internal components, okay? So let's make sure this turns off. Okay. It's off. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over some internal components here. You have the battery, which is BN06XL here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery just to be safe. So I'm just going to wiggle the wings of the battery connector like that, okay? And it'd be better if you actually undo the screws of the battery to take it out, but I'm just going to leave it like that for now, okay? And then I'm going to press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. This makes it safer to work on, especially if you're going to do anything with the screen. Again, I need to check with the customer to see what's going on because right now it looks normal. So I don't know if I should actually swap the screen with the risk of causing more issues. Okay, so you got all these connectors. The wireless card is soldered to this board. Antennas here, you go from the tail to pop them up. This cable, most likely for the cameras. It does say cam right there, so yeah. That you grab and then pull it back. You might have to peel this clear plastic up. There's one speaker here. To get these out, you go from underneath the tail and then pop that up. There's usually a little gap right in the middle underneath this connector that you can push under with a little plastic tool and clip, pull it up. There's a little click here that says IR, so infrared something. You flip this latch and then you can pull this out. Another speaker here, same thing underneath, and then you can pop that out. You got these two connectors. This one's for the power button, all right, same thing. There's little flip latches, one on this side, one on this side. LCD, LVDS connectors here. You peel this adhesive up and then pull it straight back. You have the DC jack charge port. Wait, what? Oh yeah, okay, DC jack charge port connector here that runs underneath to go to here. I was thinking I had a USB-C charge port for some reason. All right, you got another speaker connector here, same thing underneath, and pop that connector out. Make sure you're only popping out the inner portion. You don't want to be prying up on the part that's around it. Same goes for all the other speakers. Fan connector, same thing. Underneath the back of the connector, pop it up. Okay, you got the keyboard backlight connector here, keyboard connector here, touchpad connector here, FPP, so probably fingerprint connector there, and micro SD connector there, it says. All right, oh, so that connects over to here, micro SD card slot, another speaker connector there, other fan connector there. And that's just about it. Let's go ahead and see under this door if there's upgradable RAM, although it looks kind of small for that, so probably not. But let's see. And yeah, nope, no upgradable RAM. RAM is soldered to the motherboard. And then you have an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here. I hate these Intel Optane SSDs. They're always causing problems. I would upgrade this, clone it to a regular SSD, disable Intel Optane. Disable Intel Optane and then clone it to another regular SSD because these always fail. But anyways, one screw, it looks like a PH0 or JS0. Undo that screw, then you can pull it up slightly and pull that out. Alright, so anyways, we're going to go ahead and put this piece back on. I guess let's get a thumbnail of this so people can see what's underneath. Alright, let's go ahead and get the metal plate back on. Just line it up. It's hard to see because this dumb plastic stuff. But line it up. It has to go in these little clip things that hold it in. Okay. And then there's the one on the side here. It's so hard to line it up. It's easier to do this when I'm not trying to record because then I can hold this closer to myself instead of trying to show what's going on here. But yeah. There we go. Get that out of the way. Oops. Okay. There we go. Line that up, click that all down. And that's pretty much it for now. We're gonna go ahead and reconnect the battery. We'll pull this back in, okay? Again, it helps to actually pull the battery out to do this, but I'm gonna leave it in. Make sure if you're doing this, what I'm doing, try and make sure that the battery connector goes in straight, not crooked at an angle. Otherwise, you can bend the pins. So make sure it goes in straight and then pinch the thing in just like that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put the bottom cover back on. Goes like this. Usually you'll get this bottom portion in first. Make sure that all of these go in while the cover's at an angle. Lower it down, click in the sides, click in the back here. Okay, you might have to flex this a bit so that you can get these things to go behind, because you can see it sticks up, right? So you want to make sure that goes behind. And the way I do that is I pull this side out a little, and there we go. Okay, make sure all the edges and everything clicked in. Okay, looks good. And now we just get all the screws back in, and that's pretty much all there is to this. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If I do end up changing the screen, then I will be back. But yeah, again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their device as well, and helped you save a bunch of money. Please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living, alright? If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Other than that, let's go ahead and continue getting all these screws back in. There's one other thing. If you disconnected the battery, there's a very good chance, because it also acts as the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery, that when you first turn it on, it's going to take a very long time. So be patient. Press the power button. Walk away if you're impatient. Give it like at least 5 minutes, but I'd say if nothing comes on, give it 20-30 minutes and see. If it still doesn't come on, then maybe something is messed up. But yeah, since we didn't really change anything, shouldn't have any issues here. Okay, so I'll power it up just so you can get an idea of how long it takes for it to come back on, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and flip this back over. Open the screen up, press the power button here. Okay, and it's loading, right? So we'll give it some time. Again, it can take a while, so just make sure the power button light is on, which it is right now. And again, it's going to take a while, so let's see. We'll see how long it takes. All right, I didn't start counting right away, but we'll see. It's going to take probably a minute or so. Okay, so it's already been what, maybe 20 seconds or so. Come on, do your thing. This one always scares me. Okay, and now you see it's on. It's giving this CMOS error, so it only took about maybe 30, 35, 40 seconds. So just press enter. Basically the BIOS is completely factory reset, and press enter, and then it should restart again and start up normally. So if it doesn't start up normally, if it's giving some other error on the screen, then it might be because some BIOS setting was changed. So you might want to go through. Usually it's going to be secure boot was turned on or off. Sometimes it'll be the hard drive mode, AHCI, RAID, or whatever. And sometimes it can be UEFI mode and things like that. Depending what OS you have on there, if it was there from factory, then yeah, what you need to enable and disable might change. But that's pretty much it. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's wait till Windows pops up just to make sure. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. There you go. All right, and that's pretty much it. Let's actually get a thumbnail for the keyboard and a thumbnail for the bottom cover, since I probably didn't do that either. Okay. All right, and there we go. All right, let's drop this. Bye. All right, so here you can actually see the screen issue coming up. You see these weird lines. I'm going to restart it, and then you'll see how it looks. But basically, this slowly spreads across the whole screen. You see that? It's supposed to be all black, but instead, we're getting this. You see that? Look at that. It's like getting some weird colorful fuzziness, and it gets worse and worse. So that's why the screen needs to be replaced. So yeah, let's go ahead and replace it. And hopefully you can see that. There's too much glare on this screen, but there you go. All right, here you can see it's getting worse, slowly spreading across, and eventually it will make the whole screen look terrible. So let's go ahead and replace it. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and check to make sure the screen matches and looks the same. Open this up, okay? Because if the screen doesn't look the same, we don't want to be ripping out the screen and then be stuck with a broken laptop, okay? So here we go. Oh, they wrap this nicely, okay? There's these plastic things, we'll take that off. All these rubber bands. And the last one here. Alright. This stuff aside, here's the screen. So it has some adhesive strips, it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this stuff out of the packaging. Kind of hate when they tape it like this because it makes it a bit difficult to remove, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll cut that, and we'll cut this, if I can even get under there. Yep, okay, cut that. There we go, and then I'll have to cut under here as well. Alright, hopefully now we can go ahead and peel this out. Alright, and I can slide the screen out. Again, these are the adhesive tabs. I believe these are stretch release adhesives. You can see there's two connectors here. This should be for the touch screen. We gotta be careful peeling this off as well. So when you do that, hold down here and then roll the adhesive off this way. Okay. Same thing, hold this and roll the adhesive off this way. Okay, so there we go. We got the screen out of the packaging. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. All right, so it looks like this. It will sit in here. Okay, so let's peel this black tape up. I want to make sure, I want to make sure the HP logo is under there. Okay, and yes, it has the HP logo. So now we just got to figure out how to remove the old screen. So one thing I like to do, since we have this screen out, take a look at the back, and you can see this is what the design looks like. So there's not really anything to it. It's just this flat panel that just sits in here. So since that's the case, I don't know if this bottom piece will come out, because again, this is just the glass. So let me set the screen aside for now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and, should we remove the entire screen assembly? Sure, why not? Okay, let's go ahead and disconnect the battery. We're gonna actually remove the battery this time, just so it's a little bit easier. Again, keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. All right, 2, 3, and the last one, 4. And then we got one here. Oh, the speakers also kind of have their wires going over the battery. So to get the speakers out, you are going to have to, or to get the battery out, we are going to have to undo the wiring or adhesive here. Okay, I'm just going to try and unroute it so I don't have to actually take them physically out. But we're going to peel this adhesive away. Okay. maybe I should just leave the battery in because this is gonna be a little bit of a pain. Okay, so we'll then get this wire out of here. All right, we got that side. We'll now do this side. Okay, same thing. Oh, this side doesn't have the tape, or if it did, someone took it out. Okay, so we'll get this out. Come on, get the wire out. There we go. All right, so now that we got the wire out from both sides, hopefully we can see this. Okay, now we're gonna disconnect the battery here. And then we're gonna lift from the back. And we're gonna try and slide it out this direction. You do have to kind of lift the front here as well because it gets caught on these screw mounts. Okay, so we'll lift that. Make sure to be careful with the speaker cables. And we'll take that out. So there's the battery. Okay. And now here you can see the cables that are underneath better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hold the power button for 15 seconds as mentioned earlier to drain any residual power. All right, this makes it a lot safer to work on the screen, okay? So hold it a few more seconds. It's only 15 seconds. Some people ask if they have to do that. I mean, do you have to remove screws to get the bottom cover off? No, you can run it over with your car or something. But anyways, here you go. So let's go ahead now and disconnect the LCD LVDS cable. Hopefully we can get the whole screen assembly out without too much effort here. I'm going to use one of these little pokey tools just to make it a little easier. We can get under here. I hate how they use all these adhesives. I don't know if we're going to be able to separate the adhesive from this sheet without it just ripping off a layer of it. It seems like it's just going to tear a layer of it off. So, maybe disconnecting the screen might not be doable. Okay, we're going to leave the screen in there because I don't want to mess up this stuff when we don't have to. Hopefully we can just pop the screen out without having to remove the whole screen assembly. I'm assuming because we can flip the whole thing over like this that we shouldn't need to actually take the screen out as long as there's enough slack to be able to maneuver the cable there. My only question is, because the screen comes out separately, is there access to something under here? Can we pop this part of the bezel out since the screen is completely separate? I would assume so because the cable very likely runs underneath here. So let's see if we can somehow pop this out. I'm just getting my fingernail in there. Maybe I might have to use a metal pry tool just because of how difficult it is to get under it. The other thing is there's a plastic frame here. I don't think this has that plastic frame. Yeah, this doesn't have that plastic frame. So I'm not too sure how this will pop apart. Oh god, the magnets are extra strong since the bottom cover's off. So I'm gonna have it open like this. Let's see, can I somehow get into this groove, crevice? No, I'm gonna have to use my metal tool, I think, because it's thinner than my nails. Alright, so we're gonna try and get in there. Oh, there's some adhesive stuck to this. Give me a second. Let me let Oreo out so he's not barking. Alright, let's continue. So again, we're going to try using this thin metal tool to get in there and see if we can pop this out somehow. If it doesn't pop out, I'm not too sure because I don't know how this piece is being attached to the rest. Yeah, wow, it doesn't want to come out at all. Oh, okay, this is going underneath. So I guess we'll find out. I didn't feel any clips pop or anything, so usually there's some clips. Okay, I think now there's some clip or something coming out. Okay, we're gonna continue working our way over. Wow, this does not want to come out at all. Okay, it's somewhat popping forward, you can see. I hope that's clips coming out and not something just snapping off. Okay, because I want to be able to push it back in eventually. Okay. I do see some clips under there, but I also hear adhesive peeling apart. So, I don't know what exactly. Okay, this is my first time ever taking apart this specific model, so I'm not too sure how it's being held together, but it's actually lifting the whole screen up, apparently. Weird. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull this and push, and you can see this whole piece is coming up. Huh. Does that mean we have to destroy the screen to remove it? That's very likely. Because if I pull this further, it's going to pull all those cables out. Which means this needs to be pried out from the top first, most likely. And that is very strange. Okay. So if I peel this, it's separating here. Okay. Alright, definitely seems like the adhesive is going from the left and right side, so it doesn't seem like they have the adhesives in the middle. Again, the problem is, taking this apart, it seems like you have to destroy this thing. So the plastic frame seems to be attached to the screen. So that means I'm going to try and get my fingernails in here and then see if I can pop the screen out slowly. So in here, I'm going to push on the back while pulling. It really doesn't want to come out. Jeez. This might be one of those where it needs a constant just pulling force to slowly pull the adhesive away all the way down the line. So what I can do here, which it's going to take a very long time, is I'm going to put a popsicle stick in here between that piece and the hinge. Oh, and that just cracked the glass. So this screen is done for. The other problem is these cables are here, so I can't just pry it all the way forward. Okay, so we're going to pull this forward and get another popsicle stick in there. And just leave it in there to slowly, hopefully, pull the adhesive away. I don't know if I have access to any of it. Usually what you want to do is, if it's a stretch release adhesive, we want to try and get a hold of a portion of it so that we can pull on it. But yeah, this glass now is cracked. So sadly, I mean, the digitizer might still work, but the LCD... I mean, the digitizer might be broken, but the LCD might be okay. We won't know till we completely remove this. And as you can see, it's really not wanting to come out. So I'm going to work this over here more. And you can actually see the glass is separating here. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I can separate just that separately though. Maybe I should try putting some isopropyl alcohol in there. I'm going to drop some isopropyl alcohol between these two layers, because what we're replacing is essentially just this glass layer. So we actually want this to separate, not the plastic piece here, if possible. But I don't know if that's going to be possible, that's the thing. So let's see, can we let this down and then pull underneath this, the glass? You see how we have the glass sticking out here? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to... Let's try this little plastic tool here. The thing is, there's also the LCD. So right now I'm just in the glass section, but there's also the LCD. Okay. Try and put some more isopropyl alcohol here. Since the screen's already broken, we don't really have to worry too much about the screen getting damaged from this, and isopropyl alcohol is not going to damage or destroy any cables. Again, hopefully you did do the power drain. Okay, and I'm going to just work the tool all the way down here slowly. Oh, Ooh, that could have shot a shard of glass into my eye. But yeah, we're gonna have to work our way slowly down here. I should have actually put more isopropyl alcohol and just keep going slowly. But basically, we're trying to get the adhesive of the frame here out because the plastic piece is gonna stay in there. So I gotta be careful because I don't want this to explode in my face. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be very tough. Let's take this popsicle stick out. We're gonna try and just go around the frame and see if we can somehow pop that out. Okay. Oh no, it went back in. Come back out, please. Let's try a suction cup. Although now that there's a crack in the glass, that's gonna be harder. I guess this will help for people that actually cracked their screen, because if you cracked your screen, it'll be like this. All right, so slowly working our way down. Okay, and I'm gonna just put some isopropyl alcohol into that gap there, and hopefully it will work its way in and eventually pop out. Again, this is going to be a slow, painful process, so if you're doing this, keep that in mind. This is not an easy repair. Slowly trying to get some isopropyl alcohol in there, under there. Okay, it looks like it's separating. You can see this. Alright, so we're just going to keep working our way down, just like that. Again, isopropyl alcohol works really well for this. A lot of people, they like to use heat all the time, but I feel heat, I mean, it softens the adhesive, but only while it's still really hot. This, like, you can still work with it. It's not going to hurt you while you're trying to do it. You just put some as you go and continue working your way down. Okay. You see how it separates? All right, the problem is now I cracked this, so now it's going to be even more difficult to separate, but here you can see how it's separating here now. Okay, not too bad. We might have to see about getting replacement adhesives or something. Okay, I'm going to try and get this metal tool into this gap here. All right, and then put some isopropyl alcohol down there. Let's try and get this little shard. Hopefully it won't shoot into my face. Oh, there we go. Okay, and we'll just continue working our way down. Okay, continue working our way down. Slowly adding a little as we go. Since we got this part up, we could technically put a popsicle stick there just to keep it from sticking back down. Okay, as the isopropyl alcohol dries, it ends up sticky again. So, all right. Alright, I'm going to use this metal tool because it's thinner and just work our way down. Okay, put a little more isopropyl alcohol in there. Continue working our way down. Yeah, there's little shards that are coming out now because I accidentally cracked it. Jeez. Try this tool. You can see how much of a pain it is working on this stuff. this in there. Pray it up. Work your way all the way down. Okay. Get some more isopropyl alcohol in there. Slowly working your way, pulling on it. Just keep working your way around. Oh shoot, shot myself with glass again. This is dangerous. I'm gonna end up stepping on glass. Okay. I really hope this is the correct part, because if it's not, I'm gonna be in trouble here. Oh, is there the... I forgot, there's still the double-sided adhesive on the inside here, right? Yeah. Okay, you can see there's this black strip of adhesive in there, and that's what's also holding the screen in. So, I mean, I can put some isopropyl alcohol on that, and that should help release it. Oh yeah, it's coming out slowly. So that's coming out slowly. But again, we do have the cables here, so we can't just yank this out. Let's see if we have enough room that we can pull this. I don't know if that's a stretch release adhesive. We're gonna try using some tweezers. Where are my tweezers? They're falling in everywhere. Okay. We're gonna try using some tweezers. I don't know what you can see, but we're gonna try grabbing this adhesive strip here. And usually what you do, if it's a stretch release adhesive, you can actually... Oh, it might not be. It doesn't feel stretchy. But if it is, you can grab a bit of it, slowly picking at it. And then once you grab it, you can twist the tweezers, wrap it around like a spaghetti or whatever. Yeah, I don't think it's a stretch release adhesive. It's not stretching. Let me use the needle nose pliers and see if I can pull at it better. Oops, I stuck it back down. The needle nose, the pliers, or sorry, the tweezers are more accurate, and then the pliers are for more grip strength. Yeah, it's not a stretch release adhesive here. So this is just a regular adhesive. So we're gonna have to do the same. You can see how this is almost out completely after all that isopropyl alcohol I dumped in it. Okay, so now we're getting that. The top is stuck on with the, shoot, okay. The top here is also held in with some adhesive, so we do need to get that out as well. Again, some isopropyl alcohol works well to remove this. You can see how now I'm able to separate the glass from the inner bezel. I don't know if you call that a bezel, frame, whatever. Okay, it's coming out slowly. We're gonna have to be careful because the camera's... Wait, where's the camera? Oh, it's up here. Okay, it's just tiny. So be careful with the camera area. And continue working your way down. There's another sensor over here as well. Continue adding isopropyl alcohol and keep working our way down. I'm probably gonna have to put new adhesive there. Pretty sure. Okay. So this is coming out. Yep. HP designed this to be destroyed. They didn't make a easy way to get the screen out for sure. They designed it to be damaged upon removal. So, ow. Glass shards are hurting me. Alright. Anyways, we'll keep peeling this. And now we gotta get the adhesive strip out, so we're gonna have to kind of flood this area like last time. But now it's harder to access. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and keep applying some pressure here. And as you go, the adhesive will slowly let go. If you want, you can try using heat to do this, but I don't know, I feel heat won't work as well. Alright, I'm going to put a popsicle stick in there and it'll slowly, hopefully, separate. You can see, actually it is peeling, I can hear it. Okay, I'm going to lift this out so I can see better. Oops. And I can see the adhesive strip back there now, so we're going to put some isopropyl alcohol in there. Well, I'm like flooding my desk with isopropyl alcohol. But just keep slowly working your way. You can see this adhesive, well actually I don't know if you can see it, but the adhesive strip is slowly peeling away. I'm going to put some more isopropyl alcohol in there and just flood it. And then it should slowly work its way under and peel itself out. Okay, it's slowly coming out. Just slowly working my way down. But yeah, no, this screen is now toast. It's not going to be reusable at all. Okay. Okay, you see all that adhesive, how it worked? Now this is falling forward. Uh-oh, the plastic bezel kind of snapped. We got to separate this. The adhesive here. Okay, separate the adhesive. Alright, the plastic bezel snapped a little at the top corner. It is what it is. We can't really do anything about it, but let's go ahead and flip this forward here now. And here you can see, alright, all these little pieces. So we're going to have to peel this black tape out, I think. Wow, they made this painful, didn't they? Okay, we'll get under here. I'm going to use this tool to get under and help kind of peel this adhesive up. And we got to be careful because the cable's kind of short. One thing you can do that will, oops, oh, those magnets are so strong. Oh my god, how am I going to do this now? All the screws are going to get attached. Okay, one thing you can do is you can put like a box or something under the screen to help keep it lifted up, so you have a little bit more room to work since the cable's so short. And let's go ahead and peel this off now. Okay, so we got all of that peeled up. Now we got to peel this out. This is the Digitizer board here. Okay, this thing is like a thermal strip. Alright, we're going to go ahead and peel this up very carefully. Jeez, what in the world? Why do they need all this adhesive here? So we're going to try and peel this. I'm going to have to use this tool to kind of get underneath and just wiggle it around to hopefully release the adhesive. I mean, I could use some more isopropyl alcohol. Did they also stick this down? No? Okay. Okay, so it's just this portion under where the chip is. So I guess technically I can use some isopropyl alcohol here. Let's go ahead and do that. Put some isopropyl alcohol there and there. And hopefully it's making it easier. Oh, actually, Could I just peel that off? Oh, this is just double-sided tape. Oops. Should have just left that one. Okay, we got this out. So this, I don't know if I'll be able to show. I'll try. The screws are in the way. Okay. We have these two flip latches, so flip that white one up and flip this white one up, and then you can go ahead and pull this out. And there we go. Now we have the digitizer portion removed. I guess we'll take this out because we can transfer it over to the new one. I don't think it's needed, but why not? Okay. So we got the digitizer portion out. Now we need to get the LCD cable connector out. So we have to peel this, whatever color this is, brownish gray stuff. Oops, sorry, you can't even see. I need to zoom out again, don't I? Let me zoom out. Sorry, I can't zoom in more because if I do, I'm gonna hit all the screws with this and it's not gonna be nice. All right, so we're carefully peeling this out. I hate these adhesives that separate and then they're no longer sticky. Come on, stay attached. Okay, so continue working this, and you kind of got to roll the adhesive, you can see. All right, and then once you get that, there's a little metal latch that you have to flip up. I use my fingernail, flip that up, you see this? Right, once you flip that, you can go ahead and pull this out. And there we go. There's the old screen model number. Not that it really matters if there's one, is NE156QUM N5G-N5G. Okay, let's see, is the replacement the same or different? Okay, here's the replacement screen, and you can actually see the little holes. There's one little thing there, and then there's another one there. All right, that's for like the infrared or something. But all right, NE156QUM-N55. So this slightly different, -N55, and this is -N5G. Hopefully it works exactly the same. Okay. Again, they use these adhesive strips here. Oh no, did this magnet come out? All right, I need to figure out the magnet situation as well. HP. Why HP? Okay. Hopefully it goes this way. They didn't put any markings, but I'm gonna just stick it up in there. Actually, wait a minute. Wait, is that right? Yeah. Okay, so that adhesive doesn't really hold anything. Alright, so we gotta just line up this thing again. Try and keep the magnet in there. Actually, will it help if I just close it? I think, right? Yeah, okay, that magnet clips to that and that clips to that. So there we go. Oops, sorry. Alright, so the adhesive strips, there's two. There's this one and this one. So we're gonna peel that off. Oh, it's actually separating this metal thing. Is that supposed to come out somehow? There's this like squishy foam pad. Oops, I got rubbing alcohol in it and now it expanded. You see this one? Actually, is that even the same thing? Or did the other one not like have one fall off or something? Oh, it fell off. Okay, let's see if I can peel it. It got stuck to the screen. Is it necessary? I don't know. So this little foam pad came off. It's stuck to the screen. The other one absorbed a bunch of the rubbing alcohol, so now it's expanded. Oh, it's peeling off the other layer of stuff. Peel that up. Okay. And I'm gonna just, I guess, put it here. And hopefully when I put the other screen back, it will just hold itself there. All right, now we gotta peel off all the old adhesive. This looks like it's gonna be very annoying to install. I'm probably gonna have to pull this stuff up, does this all come out? No? It doesn't really come up. Or if it does, it's very difficult to pull it out. So I guess I'll leave this bezel in place. Let's go ahead and peel this old adhesive out if we can. Best we can. Wow, HP's competing to be hated like Apple. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this side if I can. I don't know now because this metal piece is lifting up. Okay, we'll peel this guy out. Oh no, all the adhesive is staying there. Well, hopefully that'll be okay. The screen might stick up slightly more than the original because of that. It looks like a tiny bit of the corner of this frame is missing that plastic. That sucks. Can't really do anything about that. It looks like they used a glue here, so this wasn't even a double-sided adhesive, it's glue. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Shoot. Okay, well, I guess we'll do what we can. We have these two strips of adhesive that were provided. We probably only need one. Honestly, these things are way too long. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this in half. Okay, yeah, even half of it is too long, so I don't know. Let's see, should I just stick it all the way down here? Even this is too long. Okay, well, let's cut the excess off. And we'll separate this, whichever layer comes off first. Okay, I guess the white layer. Alright, and we'll stick this back down here. Okay. We'll get the other side, same thing. Oh my god, it's stuck. The old adhesive is sticking to it. Okay, let's go ahead and peel off the other layer here of this. I guess on this one the clear side is coming out first from it being folded slightly. So we'll separate that. Okay, and then we'll stick this down. Alright, so there's that. Next, we gotta reattach all the stuff. I'm gonna try and dry it a tiny bit. I mean, it shouldn't be... Isopropyl alcohol dries up pretty fast, so I think it should be okay. Oops. Except that little foam pad. Sorry, my hair is in the way. Okay, except the little foam pad here. But this was doing most... These two strips are doing most of the sticking. The rest is kind of, I guess, just to hold it to the frame bezel. I don't know. The problem is I want to check and make sure it fits before sticking it down, but once I stick it down, I think it's too late. So I'm gonna try and connect all this stuff first, okay? They do have an adhesive thing here. I don't think I'm even gonna use that, but this will end up sticking like that, right? So let's go ahead and get these connectors back in. Flip the little white latches up. Okay, am I gonna need to? I don't think I need all the adhesive all around, because if these two strips hold it, then the rest of it's not gonna need adhesive, honestly, because that will pinch it all and hold it in place. Okay, so we'll flip that latch up, get this cable in. Okay, make sure it's held in, latch that down. Okay, oh, the adhesives. Adhesive on everything, freaking HP. Okay, we'll slide this up here. I might need to put some, what do you call? Let me put something over here to hold the screen up a little bit. Okay, we'll get this guy in. There we go, make sure it's in all the way. Latch that down, looks good. Okay, so, all right, this is too high. Alright, now we need to reattach this cable. Oops, you can't even see. Again, the magnets are in the way, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and like tilt this a little. Oops, what just happened? Okay, now we have to get this cable in, which doesn't have much slack, but we'll get this cable in, line it up, and pull it all into place. Make sure you pull, oh, this thing's coming out easily. Make sure you pull the left and right in all the way, and then push this little metal latch down, okay? All right, so this adhesive thing's actually not really doing much because it tore so easily. Anyways, I'll do that, stick that back down. Hopefully you were able to see what was going on. And then basically this will just flip over that way. This would just stick here. Do I really need to stick it down? Maybe, so it doesn't rattle. So let me get the old screen that had the double-sided adhesive on it and see if I can reuse that. Otherwise, I mean, I can use some other double-sided adhesive. I don't have to use that specific one. Okay. Okay, some of the adhesive kind of separated, but at least it'll kind of hold it in somewhat of its place. So we'll stick that on there. And then basically this would just wrap all the way around, keep this flat, and stick this down. Okay. All right. And I'm just gonna rotate this and then drop it in place because I want to make sure it's working before I put all the adhesive. I'm just a little worried that the adhesive that's already here might stick it too strong. Let's see. All right, how's this gonna go back? It doesn't want to sit in properly. Acting like there's some clips or something. I don't know. Huh. I'm definitely going to need to put some adhesive around the two sensors just so dust and stuff doesn't go in it. Actually, there's multiple. I think there's 4. There's one here, a little circle, and then another there. The thing is, this doesn't seem to want to slide all the way down, or maybe I have to be holding it to while it's in there. Oh, that actually kind of worked. Okay, that kind of works. Let's plug the thing in. Let's plug the battery in and power it up and just see if it turns on and works okay. And then I'm gonna have to leave it on for a while. The problem is the other screen broke, so yeah. If it ends up like they want to reuse or put back the old screen, if it has the same issue, I have no way to do that now. Anyways, we're gonna pinch the battery connector back in. Again, battery is BN06XL, if I didn't say that already. Okay, let's go ahead and get the battery screws back in. This one, this one. This one. I can actually power it up while we're waiting, so I push the power button. I do see the power light came on and the fan is spinning. So we should be good. The BIOS should be resetting itself. Hopefully it will be done by the time I finish getting all the screws and stuff back in. Oh, these are the two magnets. Okay, got all the screws in. I'm gonna now just route all these wires back. Alright, all the fans are spinning now. Let's see. Still nothing yet. How long did it take me to do that? Because last time it took about, what, 30 seconds or so for the screen to come up. Alright, come on screen, please work. Please work. Please don't say I made it worse. Still taking a while. The fans aren't spinning. The power light is on. Oh, let's actually flip the screen over. Okay. Caps lock light is working. Oh no, that's a bad sign because that means it should have come up. Huh. Okay, one thing we'll do is we'll force power this off. Actually, let's press enter. No, nothing. We'll force power this off. And then power back on. Let's see if anything changes. Nothing's on the fans aren't spinning. Nothing's on the screen so far. I hope the screen cable wasn't yanked too hard and damaged in the process. Looks everything's plugged in right. Uh-oh, caps lock light's working. Let me check with an external monitor and I'll be back. So it's not even coming up on an external screen, so I don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead and pull the screen forward again. Uh-oh, okay. Let's see here. Is everything looks connected right, so let me see here. One thing is I disabled the Intel Optane. I hope that's not what's going on. Or maybe that's actually a good thing, but anyways, let's go ahead and double check. These connections all look good. It's in all the way. Am I gonna have to try the original screen just to see what happens? My other worry is this cable got pulled a little too much out. Okay, there's that. We'll leave it slightly out here. Let's plug the battery back in. Power it on. Give it a bit. The fan spun. Alright, I'm gonna give this some time. I'm just gonna leave it sitting and then I'll be back. We'll see if anything changed. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. One thing I noticed is the caps lock light comes on, but this one doesn't, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if it's trying to do something. I'll let it sit, and yeah, I'll be back. See you guys in a bit. So I put back the old broken cracked screen that I pried out, and it's working. So that means the model number is probably incompatible. I'm gonna have to find an exact replacement, and then that pretty much should be it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. I don't know if we'll see if I do another video showing the entire process. I'll try and combine it, but there you go. You can see the screen's working, but the digitizer is toast right now. So yeah. Alright, I'm back. So we got the replacement screen. Let's go ahead and install it. This is the old one. I took it back out again, the cracked one. Okay, we'll set this aside. I don't remember if I need a charger to turn the HPs back on. But anyways, let's go ahead and cut this thing back open. Okay. Or not back open, but let's cut it open. Alright, so I'm just going to cut a little bit of it and peel this. Okay, so cut this open. Let's take a look. And hopefully this screen, hopefully this screen will do the job, because again, the other one, is this taped together? Man, how do I open this thing? They put a lot of tape on here, so I don't know. They put a paper that says not to use blades to open this thing, but how do they expect people to get all this tape out? Okay, so there's this. How is this held on there? Come on. I don't know. There's too much tape on here. Okay. And if you're wondering why I'm putting this, is because sometimes the sellers will be like, are you sure you didn't break it or something? So I want to make sure to record the whole process of untaping this. Okay. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's a second thing of tape here. Because if this screen doesn't work, then I think all the screens they send are like compatible. Oh, this one they actually fold it over so I can peel the adhesive off. That's nice. They should do that for all the pieces of tape. I can't do that on this one. Where's the, how do I open this? Okay, here. Uh-oh, that one's tearing now. Alright, there we go. Now, okay. Now I can just unroll this whole thing. Okay. I'm just going to roll it all on itself so I can have it as a big roll of bubble wrap. Sorry, you can fast forward over this part obviously if you want. Not like this part is part of the repair. This time I don't have the customer's charger, so if it doesn't turn on without the charger, I'm going to have to go grab one. Okay, so they put their advertising there, I guess. Alright. Inside that bubble wrap. Let's go ahead and carefully open this. All right, here you go. It says compatible screen, compatible screen. All right. I wonder why they can't get the exact replacements. It's very hard to get exact replacements for these parts a lot of the time. All right, they put the stuff to protect it. I'm assuming the HP logo is under there. Let me double check. Yep, okay. All right, so let's go ahead now and install this. Okay, so this will go back up like that. So let's go ahead and plug the LCD screen connector real quick here. So just line it up. Let me see, can I zoom in on this for you guys? I don't know, it might get in the way because I have to have the screen slightly closed to have enough slack, otherwise it's not going to reach. All right, and then line this up, pull that in. You can feel it latch into place, and then click that down. Make sure to pull this up and then tape that into place. All right, then we have the Digitizer cable connections that we have to put back. Make sure these two latches are up. All right, and then tilt this up and slide this connector into place. Just like that. Hold it in and then slide your finger over to latch it down. Same thing with the other one. This lined up. Okay. Make sure it's in all the way, and then, oh, and then same thing. Just slide your finger over the top to latch it down. Oh. Okay, just like that. All right, now we got it all connected. We're gonna go ahead and flip this back into place. Okay, just like this. I'm gonna leave this disconnected for now, or not disconnected, but the adhesive. I'm not gonna peel the adhesive protective things out yet because I want to make sure it turns on first. Also, make sure the two magnets in the top stay where they are. They kept wanting to slide themselves out. All right, I'm holding the screen up so it doesn't stick down yet. And let's go ahead now and plug the battery back in. I might have to actually, let me put something so I can lower the screen down, or so I don't have to hold the screen. There we go. All right, we'll reconnect the battery. Again, it's very important that you press and hold the power button after disconnecting the battery to drain the power. All right, we're gonna pinch the battery connector back down into place. Good, let's go ahead and push the power button. Oh, it's USB-C, so it should be okay. It is turning on. So again, after the battery's disconnected, you do have to wait. It takes a while for it to come back up because the BIOS has been reset. So be patient, all right? Give it some time. Last time, remember, it stayed black even though the caps lock button was working, so that's how I knew something was wrong. But usually you want to give this a few minutes, all right? Okay. Also, I wonder, I didn't pay attention. Is there a screen model number here, or did they just cover it completely? I think it's covered. Oh, here. Can I see it? Model B156ZAN03.6. That's the... Oh, and it's on. Okay, so the screen is on. It's working. Now I see this, the CMOS has been reset. Press enter to continue or whatever. Basically, we're going to have to set the date and time again. After doing any big hardware changes like this, you do want to restart the computer one time, okay? So I don't know if it restarted itself. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, because I didn't press enter. I see the HP thing and this is spinning. Once I make sure this is good, I'll peel off the protective coating and then we'll make the adhesive. Okay, touchscreen's working, so we're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna do again a restart. Oh, it has to do an update. So let me actually plug the laptop in since it has to update to make sure it can restart completely. But again, you always want to do a regular restart, not shutdown. You want to do restart because their fast boot or whatever it's called on Windows, it causes issues sometimes. So I always like to do a complete restart. Okay, so it looks like everything's working. So I'm actually going to go ahead and peel off the adhesive backing. Okay, it should be restarting. I pushed restart sometimes it delays for some reason, so I'm gonna just let it do its thing. Yep, you can see it's saying restarting again, even though I didn't tell it to restart again. And it's doing updates. So we're gonna peel this, back out. Okay, and making sure that the bottom edge is still aligned here. And now we can go ahead and peel, I don't know if you can see, we're gonna go ahead and peel the adhesive coating thing back. Oh, did this come off on its own? Okay, so that one I think got stuck to the adhesive on the back of the original screen. And then we're gonna go ahead and peel this one off. I was wondering why it was so sticky. Okay, come on. There we go. So we'll peel this off and double check. Yep, that's sticky too. Yep, okay. So we should be good now. Let me double check with the old screen if that's really what happened. Oh yeah, I can see the clear film got peeled up by the other screen. Okay, so now when we lower this, we want to make sure that the corner and edges line up properly. Again, make sure that the magnets are up in place. You don't want those moving around, okay? And then line up the corner, and if the corner goes in, we should be good. All right. Then we just got to press down to make sure that the adhesive makes a good solid connection here. Okay, so we're just going to press down here. You can press around the edges. There was a little adhesive still on there. Okay. Although most of the work is going to be done by these two adhesive strips on the side here. Okay. I feel like some glass shards are rolling around. I hear like, okay. So anyways, we'll go ahead and push this down. Push down all the way around. Don't push too hard. You don't want to crack the screen doing it, obviously. And then just work your way up and down the sides. And that's pretty much it. We can go ahead and peel this off. Look at that. We got a nice new screen. Again, the only thing is this tiny bit of plastic in this corner is missing now. But other than that, it looks good. Right, have the HP logo and everything. It's still doing its update, so we'll just let it continue. But basically, we can go ahead and close the screen now. I don't like this design of the charge port here because if you like lift your laptop sideways, it like damages the port and the cable. So you want to be very careful if you're leaving the computer plugged in there. All right, anyways, that's pretty much it. We just gotta go ahead and put the bottom cover back on and we're good to go. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade or repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, again, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, again, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close-up look at random products and stuff. And yeah, that'll really help me. Alright, other than that, let's get these screws back in, and that's all there is to it. Again, thanks for watching. You're welcome to stay as I get this all back in. But yeah, that's all there's to it. Alright. So the only issue originally was the screen. Even though they said it was compatible, it was not compatible. So it's a good idea to look at the screen itself and read the model number of that screen instead of just the laptop model number. Okay? Because I went just based on the laptop model number. The other issue could be maybe the other screen was compatible, but maybe it was just defective or something. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, other than that, that's all there is to it. Okay, so we just gotta get these screws back in and we're good to go. Sorry, I forgot to double check the compatible screen model that they sent. I mean, I read what I saw, but I might have read like a couple of the letters or numbers wrong, because it was hard to see. I don't know, the Z could have been a 2 or something, or an S. I don't know. Anyways, get these screws. If you have the rubber feet, put those back on. Okay, they only had these little plastic sticker things because they lost the rubber feet. But I'll put that back anyways. Alright, again, I just start with one side and then work my way down. And usually I would try and stick the other edge and then continue working my way back. So if there's any stretch, it will go back. But I think usually this plastic, it shouldn't stretch at all. So as long as you get it all the way to the edge, which I think I didn't originally, then it should fit perfectly. If not, you could always just snip the excess of the plastic of this off, but I wouldn't do that to the rubber piece. I would try and get both ends like this in, okay, and then I would work the excess over towards the center, and that would work any stretching back towards the middle. Let me see, this one is now doing that, so now we got that. Make sure this is all the way slid over, and then work our way towards the center. Make sure this is slid all the way over. Okay. And, isn't it? It's not wanting to stay all the way to the outer edge. Okay. Alright, there we go. And stick that all down. And we'll do that with both strips. And that should be it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright. Get these last things back in. And work our way back in the middle. Alright, see you all in the next one. Drop it. Bye.